welcome back to the Mountaintop Studio. Frozen Danger Mountain outside. Hey, if you are a longtime viewer of the show, you remember that OG's Danger Show, I have a special feature that I like to call 50 Shades of Greg.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Now in 50 Shades of Greg, we feature things that I came across that I really like, and I think you guys are going to like too. This is sent in by a viewer of OG's Danger Show named Miro. Miroslav actually is his full name, but he goes by Miro. Miro is an engineer down in Louisiana, and he is also a Serbian who contacted me after my Zastava M70 rifle video, and he offered to send me some products that he makes. He 3D prints these things right there in his own shop. He has a website and he sells these things. I'm going to put his website up here. I'm also going to put a link down here in the description section. There's no discount codes. There's no savings. I don't make any money on this. I just think he makes a really good product, and I always like to try and support viewers of OG's Danger Show when they make something that is really cool that the rest of you guys could use. So Miro sent me these little blocks. At first I didn't know what they were or how they worked. This is the first generation. It's just a simple little angled block with a Picatinny rail, the female part of a Picatinny rail in it, and it mates up with, obviously, Picatinny rail on a pistol. The pistol slides in there. He includes this little 3D printed wrench because up underneath there is a 3D printed nut, and this little nut can be tightened using this little, what is essentially a little 3D printed Allen key. And you could use an Allen key too if you wanted. Once that thing is attached to the pistol, a full-size pistol is going to balance nicely on this thing and sit up here on the desk beautifully. Look at that. Works out perfectly for a full-size pistol. However, Miro very quickly realized that if he has a smaller pistol that's also kind of heavy, especially if you have a magazine in the butt, these pistols are all unloaded. I pulled them down off the gun wall back here. If you have a smaller pistol in there where the butt doesn't reach the ground, it's going to leave a little bit of a gap. It still holds the pistol up just fine, but it's going to leave a little bit of a gap where it sort of seesaws to the back. Now if you put a magazine in there, let me grab a magazine. Happen to be here in the studio where all things are available within arm's reach. If I have a 9mm magazine that goes into this pistol, it sits just fine because there's a little extra depth there. So that's good. However, and look, not only did he, this is the first generation that was just a very simple little block. He then sent me this generation that has a little 9mm hole drilled in it. Now, why a 9mm hole? Let me take a live round out of this Glock 34. If you take a 9mm round and put it in that hole, it's just for display. There's nothing functional about it, but you can display your favorite 9mm round right there while inserting your pistol for a desktop display. Pretty cool little, very simple, very inexpensive little device that I think has a lot of uses for not only here on a desktop, maybe if you're working on a pistol, but in a safe. You could line these up across the shelf of your safe. I don't really know if you could use this as a nightstand device. If you picked up your gun in the middle of the night, I suppose that would come off. If you didn't tighten it down using that little nut, you could use this on the nightstand, pick up your pistol, and that piece would fall off or could be thrown off very quickly. I'm going to put my 9mm back together. So Miro has designed a very simple little item here that's very inexpensive. He sells these on his website. 9mm version. There's also a 10mm version. This is the first version he sent me with a 10mm hole. And again, let me grab a 10mm round. No difference except it holds a 10mm round. And we all know this is a 10mm pistol. Also unloaded. 10mm will fit right in there. But not that it matters a whole lot. A 9mm will also fit. The Picatinny rails are exactly the same. Miro then realized that the smaller pistols tended to rock and keep that thing off of the table. So he made this one with a base. This one happens to be for a 10mm. Let's go ahead and put the big 10mm in there. I can put a 10mm round in there for decoration again. Blink. I can put the big 10mm pistol on that pick rail. It now completely supports the pistol off of the table. So if you've got a display or a desk or some other, again, non-secure place, this is not secure from the hands of kids, but if you have a desk or a workshop or a place where this could be mounted This is a pretty cool little device, and because they're so simple and so inexpensive, I think you guys are going to like them. I think you can think of a million different places we're going to use them. Around here in this studio, I always have guns lined up, pistols lined up over here by the computer, things I'm getting to that I need to review. They take up a lot less room if they're not laying on a desk like this. If I put them into a little block and kept them lined up, ready to go, until I got to them on the next video review. I'm working on a pistol review for the Grizzly 101, which is a Bear Creek Arsenal version of a Glock 17. I've had the thing laying over there by the computer for months, but it'd be nice if they're just stored up like this. It's kind of a cool little design, and you guys can think of where they want to go. Now, here on the desktop, I've also got another product that he sent at the exact same time. He designs all this stuff right there in his shop. He sent me these little shotgun mounts. This is a left or a right drilled shotgun mount. Screws will go in here, attached to the wall in your home. This is designed to go behind the door of your closet or of your bedroom, hold the butt of the shotgun, and then the corresponding piece would mount, let's see, would mount to the wall up above at a predetermined height. I'm going to go inside. You guys are going to come with me. I'm going to kind of vlog this. You're going to come along with me. We're going to go inside, mount this onto the wall in OG's bedroom. That's right. Don't say you've never been taken to the bedroom by OG.
You're disgusting.
He sent me a left and right model. I might use the opposite side in here. He has a prototype here of a center mount one. This one doesn't have any sort of attachment to the wall. It just sits on a shelf. If you have a shelf in a closet, or even it's a base plate if you just have a shotgun leaning up against the back of the door of your room. And then this is drilled for the same hardware and mounts as a center mount that will hold the upper part of the shotgun. Anyway, this is going to be a little bit different video. I want you guys to grab your stuff and come along with me inside the house, and we're going to go take a look and install one of these in OG's danger bedroom. Come on inside, Cora. Come on. Come on inside the house. Let's go. So this is our current setup, which is no setup at all. Mossberg 590 up here behind the door, just leaning up in the corner like every old house in the world. There's his, not patented, but his design for a replacement QD mount so that I can mount a QD sling. That's his little deal right there. That's a pretty cool little receiver cup that takes the QD mount on the Mossberg 590. Anyway, let's set the shotgun aside. We're going to take our pieces. They're going to mount here. The right side mounts is the ones I'm going to use. So I'm going to mount the base plate first. It's designed to be mounted any height you wanted. They don't have to be attached to studs. So just make sure that your shotgun is easily accessible in the middle of the night. Let's take a couple of the pieces of his hardware that he included for us. He included all this stuff for idiots like me who would probably end up screwing this up. So if you think this is something that you could use in your house or office, barn, somewhere, wherever you want to mount pistols or rifles and shotguns, Go check out Miro Gunworks. Let him know that OG's Danger Show sent you. And I think you guys are going to like this cool product from one of OG's Danger Show viewers. Who knew? I'm going to go in here right now into the studio and mount another one of these behind the door here so that I have a shotgun ready to go inside the Danger Studio. You guys stay safe out there.